Hello guys, we're now looking at 1A.4 Mastery Learning Objective. Our objective is I can simplify an expression by using the properties of zero exponents and negative exponents. Okay, so again, our big things here are going to be zero exponents, negative exponents. Okay, so we want to make sure, right, those are the two main things we're going to be talking about in this video and then working on that activity. So for zero exponents, anytime a number is raised to zero, it's just one. And that's just the rule. So that's just kind of when you gotta memorize there. It's nice and easy. For negative exponents, a negative exponent switches the base from the numerator to the denominator, or the denominator to the numerator. Okay. So this is, right, when I have a negative exponent, technically, anytime you have a number with no denominator, it's over 1. And so this thing in the numerator just switched to the denominator, and it got rid of its exponent. Or, sorry, got rid of its negative on its exponent. And same thing here. This thing that was in the denominator switched to technically something in a numerator, and again, it got rid of its negative in its exponent. So let's look at some examples. Okay. Again, this is something with no denominator. So we'll just say, okay, it's a denominator of 1. That's fine. This is a negative exponent, so it's going to flip to the bottom. Okay. So technically that's negative 5 to the 4th. Okay. Again, we flip it to the bottom and get rid of that negative sign, not the 4, just the negative sign. Anytime there's something in the denominator, we have to have a numerator. So we just put a 1 on top. Done. Easy peasy. Looking at number 2, negative 1/2 to the 0. We have that 0, beautiful 0 exponent. Anytime there's a 0 exponent, your answer is just 1. Again, easy enough. Looking at number 3, 3/2 to the negative 3rd. Technically, we can write this as 3 to the negative 3rd and 2 to the negative 3rd. Okay, they're both of these, since there's parentheses, both of these things are being raised to that power. This is a negative. We get rid of the negative and flip it down. This has a negative. We get rid of the negative and flip it up. Okay? So that's 2 to the 3rd over that 3 to the 3rd. Okay? Which I can then technically write as 2/3 to the 3rd. I would accept either of these answers. 2 to the 3rd over 3 to the 3rd, or 2/3 all to the 3rd. Either of those I would accept as correct. Alright, looking at this one again, it has 9 has this negative exponent. We get rid of that negative and flip it. So 9 squared. Here, there's no denominator, and that's okay. So again, no numerator, bad. You have to add a 1. No denominator, fine. So that's kind of that rule there. Looking at number 5, negative 4 to the 7th times negative 4 to the negative 9th. I'm multiplying here. We're going to do what we did in our last activity. When we multiply, right, we take that negative 4 and we add our exponents. And that's what we just did in the last, in 1A.3. Yep, 1A.3. So now I have negative 4 to the negative 2. This is negative, so I'm going to flip it over this imaginary fraction line. Right, so now I have negative 4, to this 2. No numerator is bad. So we put that 1 over it. We got this -2, so it flips that fraction. Here, same thing. We're going to go with what we did in activity 1A.3. These have the same base. When we divide, we subtract. Be very careful when you subtract a negative. This is -5. This is your negative button. This is your minus button. Okay, negatives. Oops, didn't want to type any. Negative, minus. So it's -5 minus -5. And we get 0 there. So that's 8 to the 0. Now again, we have this lovely 0 exponent. So our answer is simply 1. All right, 1A.4 short, that's it. All right, so go ahead and work on your 1A.4 activity.